afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to Spiritual Time. For our viewers that continuously watch us, thank you very much for all your love and support.
Oh,
And for anybody new that's joining us today, welcome. Welcome
hello.
to Spiritual Time. I'm Kerry. I am here to spread love, joy, wisdom, and knowledge. And this is she's laughing. And this is the beautiful Gladys Sellar, your very own Scottish granny, psychic medium, here to guide you through along your spiritual path. So welcome everyone!
Hello, everybody. I'll try. I try my best, and that's all you can do. You can only do as best as you can.
Yes, you can. Well, today,
Oh,
I've proven that.
look at this. What name will it on me? Well, I can't even get near the shanty. I would need a digger to get all the snow. I can't get near it. God knows when that'll thaw out. That's got to be fun. So I can't get near the shanty, so I'm not needing my normal stuff in the boot.
No. And I've had technical problems galore today. My laptop isn't working, my charger isn't working, so I'm recording. I'm recording from my phone today, so if I look a bit strange, that's why.
And if I look a bit dark, it's because I've not got my normal lighting through the boot.
No! But hey, we're still here. We still showed up. We're still here to spread love and joy. So let's just do it. And thanks to you guys.
Well, the thing is, you can. We're in this lockdown again, and God knows when we're getting out of that. We're now deep up to our knees in snot, which is great fun.
It's great. Sledging's amazing.
I know. And I still doing my lollipop job. With everything that's going on, I am still going to. This week, okay, we've only had 4 days because we're now on our mid-term holidays, or whatever you call them. 2 bairns.
2 bairns.
2 bairns.
Still providing a service though. With
I think all the drivers is with me for the need jumping up and doing exercises to keep on. You know? But hey ho, if I bring a smile to even all them peer drivers that's trying to drive this mess that we're in just now, I'm happy. It's passing the love on.
Yes.
And a smile and a smile. They must be wondering for them this morning, the ones that didn't have kids, you see. And they were saying, Forrest. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, so that's me for a week. So I reckon what I'll be doing, digging out the shanty, probably.
Probably. And I'll probably be trying my hardest to get this MacBook to work so I can get this aired. The day of love, it's the day of loving yourself.
That's right, yes. And if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, and I must admit, I do love myself bulk naked and whatever. Right?
Bulk naked. For any new viewers, this is just a little thing we have, and we always talk about being bulk naked. Now, bulk naked is basically standing in all your glory, your birthday suit, admiring yourself in the mirror, and honouring you, because that's really important.
Oh, yes. You're number one. You know, why we say, the bairns are number one, our kids are number one, partner's number one. Right, well, I've learned the hard way on that.
So
and I think when yes, your children are always on the top of the list, but you're actually on the top of the list above them. Because the way I see it, if you're not good to yourself, and if you don't look after yourself, how the hell can you look after your wee ones?
Exactly. And I would say that's been a huge lesson for me in 2020, is loving myself.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, well and truly. And I'd say this past, like, 2020, like, okay, we haven't recorded Spiritual Time together for a wee while now.
Well, this is the first time in 2021.
Yeah. And it's given me time to reflect on where I was last year to where I am just now. And the growth in me has been phenomenal. And there's been various factors, which I think we should talk about today because you'll relate to this as well. There's been various factors throughout 2021 that has contributed to that. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
But looking at these factors, okay, it's a realization that these things happen to you for a reason, okay? Now, we all go through traumas. We all go through bad times. We all go through challenges. But it's how you adapt to those challenges.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's how you adapt to your beliefs in those challenges.
Oh, yes, definitely. And I've been going through that this last... well, since we came into 2021. You can, because 2020 was a blinking change for us all, was it no?
It was just,
If anybody says to you, oh, it never changed me, I would begin, oh, really? Even if it's just a tiny little change, you've had a change in 2020.
Exactly. And we've all been put in a situation where life as we know it has changed.
Oh, definitely.
Now, I would say when that happens, when change faces you, you've got two choices. You either adapt to that change, accept that change and honour that change and become the best that you can be, or two, you sit and you fight against the change.
You dwell in it.
You dwell in it and you allow yourself to become a victim. Now, lots of us...
And I was going to say, there's a lot of people in 2020 let that happen.
Yeah.
And also the other thing, I think, and one of the big things that I learned, I think, in 2020 was they'll talk about the fake news. We'll just say it that way, because everybody knows what we're talking about. You know, and the way I seen it, you can. And I've seen so many people, and I've had people pass away this last year, and it's heartbreaking for us all. And that, and plus when I'm doing my accent healing as well, I'm feeling it all. And I've decided you've got to take what you feel is right. No,
absolutely.
Do not listen to the mainstream, and you've got to do what's right for you, and only you. And one of my friends, I'm not going to mention names, she watches this anyway, so she's going to get flattered. But she had her job at the beginning of the week. And before that, when she got the letter in, because she needed to get the letter in, she contacted me. Oh, I'm going away. Aunt, what are you panicking about? Oh, I didn't know if I want to take it or not. I says, right. She says, what you got to do? I says, well, you've got to think what's right for you and your family. And what's right for you. Doesn't matter if somebody says to you, then attack it. If you feel you need to talk it, you talk it. Nobody can say. Yeah. And if you really do look at some of the, I'm sorry to say, the rubbish that's been said, now, they're on about putting, what do you call it, injecting chips into you. So that's a clever one, that, you see. Because if they could do that with one little bottle, that stuff, and considering they're getting about 5 injections with that bottle, somebody could get 5 of them in their arm in one go. That doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of things I see doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's my reasoning, right?
Yeah.
So I said to my friend, I says, look, at the end of the day, I says, you've still got, because she went to the beginning of the week, and I says, you've still got the weekend to think about it. And I says, but you've got to go for it. No, I didn't. At the beginning of the week, when she was gone, I didn't ask her if she's been. I waited, because I knew she would let me in, and she had been. Now, for 2 days. Oh my goodness, she looked like death warmed up. I'm going, oh dear. Right? Because I was, we were video and calling each other. See, yesterday, she was bouncing about. She had new batteries in. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it, the difference. And I says to her, Kenneth, what you were needing was a good bloody rest.
Mm-hmm.
She'd gotten herself so worked up, about gone for it, that she did take a decision. She went for it, and I reckon because she was so worked up in that, with all this carry on if everybody says, that at the end of the day she took it, and yesterday she looked like a new woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really surprised, and it was lovely to see. And she was taking about at 7 o'clock in the morning, doing a live thing with me, and it's going again, dancing away she was, you know. So you see, to me, your decisions for 2020, you've got to take on your own.
Yes, it's what resonates.
And the way I see it, there's no right and no wrong.
No, there's no right and there's no wrong. There's just being in the present moment.
That's right.
Right. So, with regards to, like, I don't really want to get involved and talk too much into this, but each to their own, if you know what I mean. Like, people have their own beliefs, right? And this is where it becomes where you're of divine source, you are part of creator, you are a creator, and everybody is one, okay? So when you start realizing, this is my thoughts, so take what resonates. When you start recognizing and realizing that everybody is a part of you, which in my beliefs they are, okay, you honor their beliefs, you honor their decisions. Okay?
That's exactly it.
And I'm a huge believer, and what I've learned since 2020 is my beliefs is not necessarily going to be someone else's beliefs, okay? Therefore, I don't
You can't judge them.
my opinions or beliefs down people's throats. I honor their decisions, and I leave it at that. I don't sit and argue. I don't sit and say, but you're not doing this, but you're not doing that, because that's a form of control. Okay?
That's right. And the only person that can control is you control yourself. You control your own destiny.
Exactly. Exactly. You always control your own fate. And that's a huge belief. And your own fate is basically based on your thoughts, your realities, how you project into the world. That is my beliefs, okay? So if you're going to be a person that's going to be living in absolute fear, worry, lack, in my opinion, you're not going to be able to attract that love, that abundance, that prosperity to you, because you're in that mindset. But once you start changing your thought pattern, okay,
up here.
That then begins to raise your vibration, which then matches to the frequency of where you want to go, and that stuff will come to you. And this is absolute proof. This is proof. Like, I swear to God, I'm like, if you could have seen me a year ago today to a year ago now, you wouldn't believe the transformation. And I've done a lot of inner work, and I've looked at situations, and I've looked at events that's happened in my life. There's been recent events that's happened in my life, like just towards the end of the year, and I've looked at that situation, and I've realized I've done the best that I could, okay? And I was always a people pleaser, and I've realized now that it's not about pleasing people. Love doesn't come with conditions.
No, it doesn't.
Love is unconditional. And I've noticed so many people that I've had in my life around me who has given me love, but their love has come with conditions.
Yeah, I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt. And it is. And you've got to start with yourself. You love yourself, and you can take all the different news is coming on. You can take all that, and you'll look at it yourself, and you can say, well, how does that affect me? And I must admit, you can be, I laugh at a lot of things. And there's some of the things I'm going, really? And I'll giggle away at myself and go, well, if that's what they think, but that's not what I think. So, but I didn't force my opinions, like you say, on other people. If people ask me, I will tell them. But I'll just say, that's my opinion and that's me. And, you know, because you can ask, and it is, and if you look around and you can from your outside, you know, you're doing your shop and you've got that stupid mask on, and you can't, like, you can't me, am I smiling? Of course, I chat to everybody. And you can, a couple of weeks ago, I had to go up to Inverurie, and it was early, so there wasn't a lot of people going about. But it was this old lady coming down, can we, our wee walking trolley thing, our Zimmer thing. And of course, I just gave, oh, good morning. I thought you'd have thought I'd shot her. Because she went, oh, and I'm going, okay, that's all right, dear. And I'm going, all right. 5 minutes later, I meet somebody attending their job and come in, and of course I goes, good morning. And he did the same. I go, okay, all right. I go, everybody's scared. There's so much fear. But it's love that overcomes the fear.
Love always wins. Love always.
It's your light.
Yes, it's your light. And it's like, last year I was lacking so much love, and it wasn't that I didn't have anybody to love me. It was simply because I didn't love myself.
And you see things differently, Ken. I can't, we've joked about me standing bulk naked, and it doesn't bother me anyway, in front of that, right? But the way I see it, and I'm a big fat blob. I care for that.
No, you're not. You're beautiful.
But as I was going to say, to me, I'm me, and it's every bit of me I paid for, I've worked for, and I love.
Like body image for anybody, man, woman.
Oh, again, that comes back for your TV and all that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a huge factor. It's a huge factor in your belief system. I truly believe. And that's something I've had to honor this past year. And it's been difficult. Like, I'm not going to lie. But
nothing's easy, Kerry.
No, nothing's easy. And towards the end of the year, I was put in a situation where I felt like I wasn't worthy. I wasn't good enough. That, you know, I felt like this happened because I no longer loved who I was. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. So,
I understand
going into detail, okay? But since then, okay, I stood in my mirror, bulk naked.
We're going to start a trend, so we are. There's a trend for 2021.
I'm telling you, get bulk naked. It's amazing, right? Stood in the mirror, bulk naked, and I actually looked at myself and I thought, right, what's going on here? What is it that I don't love about my body? Okay, and I you know what? I am my own worst critic. I sat and I really bet myself up. And do you know what? I needed that beating, because through that beating, I realised how beautiful I actually was, how unique I actually was.
We're all unique.
I am so unique. Like, we're all so unique. You know what I mean? We're all so unique. And I stood there and I loved myself, and it wasn't the fact that I wanted to look a certain way to be attractive, okay? It was mainly a fact that I felt unfit, I felt unhealthy, I felt that this was not me. I wasn't comfortable in my own body. So what did I do about it? Did I sit and wallow, or did I actually go, right, this has to change, okay? This has to change. And I made changes, right? And change, everybody hates change.
Oh.
You're a big believer in that. You hate change, right? Everybody hates it, okay? But in order to grow, you need to step out of your comfort zone.
You do.
Okay? And you have to face your fears. Like, this is my belief, okay? Again, take what resonates. But in my opinion, you have to face your fears. You have to face those demons and look it right in the face and go, you're not working for me anymore. I'm not listening to you no longer. I'm going to do something about this, whether you agree to it or not. And there's days like I made a change where I'm exercising more. I'm more conscious of what I put into my body. I'm now doing my kettlebells and my yoga. Kettlebells for my strength training to get my body fit and strong, because I may be little, but I am quite strong for being a little person. Like, I can carry some heavy weight. So I was like, right, so I'm going to get myself stronger. I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus on my health. I'm going to focus on putting good, nutritious food in my body. Some days I have a bad day. That's allowed.
Well, you're entitled to that.
Yeah, you've got to have some airs and graces. And yoga for strength and flexibility, because I used to be a dancer.
You did.
And I started dancing again. I started, like, when I was at dance college, things happened, traumatic events happened. It changed my belief system. I no longer believed in me, okay? So then I suppressed that. I then didn't allow myself to dance. I then didn't allow myself to enjoy music, because music is basically my soul food. That's what ignites my soul. So then I started listening to the music. I started, like, letting my body flow, and I've just, the change in me, I've lost about a stone in weight so far. I'm still
Oh, well done.
It's not because I'm doing it for anybody. I'm doing it for me, because I love me. I'm not doing it for anyone else, okay? I've still got a little while to go until I feel like I'm satisfied, that I'm at that point and moment in my life where I'm truly comfortable and happy. But I'm happy and loving myself so much more because I'm making that change.
That's it. That's my problem. I hate change, and you know that.
Yes, I know that.
I've got a big thing about changing things, but then I can age doesn't come into this, and I didn't feel like I'm 60. I do feel a lot younger, but I get into a comfort zone, and it's very hard to get me out of that comfort zone.
Yes,
so I know, and that's what I'm trying to work on just now.
Good.
It's coming out of my comfort zone, and that's last month. Because we were going to be doing a spiritual time last month, and we couldn't get it done because things weren't right. And since then, I've been just little steps. I'm not going help to listen, little steppies, and I'm doing all the love.
Yeah.
All the love and gratitude to the universe for giving me the chance to do it. Because I am so grateful, and with the gratitude and everything. Because we've all got our little helpers around the Buddhists, and nobody cares about them half the time. And they're there, they're just waiting to be asked. They're just waiting to give you a wee bit of boost. And it's all done with love. Yeah? And when we do get up on Sunday, on Valentine's Day, and if you have a partner or you've got somebody special next to you, fine. But remember, tell yourself you love you before you tell them.
Exactly.
Tell yourself first.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, since being through this journey and coming to this realization and loving myself more and filling my cup, the love, the joy, the happiness I feel. I mean, towards the end of the year, I had a really sad event, and I could have sat and wallowed in that and be full of anger and resentment and hurt. And do you know what? I just accepted the situation. It actually opened my eyes a little bit to make me go, right, what's going on here? And it's like, it was the best thing that could have happened. Now, people know me would go, what do you mean? Like, how is that the best thing? But it really was, because it made me wake up.
It freed you. It freed you to you. I cannot sound a bit balmy, but if you said you can free yourself for you.
Exactly.
And plus, another thing that have done good is for your girls as well, because they've seen mommy changing, and a better body. So it's going to affect them, and and it can be like a snowball. We'll get back to snow again. A snowball effect, can't it?
It is. It absolutely is. And do you know what? Another thing I realised as well, and I actually put a post on my Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, it's The Real Me, Kerry Marie, on Instagram. And you can also find Gladys Sellar under the Doric Sellar of Light. She's also on Instagram. So hit that follow button. No, she doesn't.
I'm going to have to get into all this.
Aye.
Technology is the key for
Yeah,
me.
technology. See, change. Make change. Learn and adapt. Trust me, right? And I came to the realization, like we get into all these relationships, right? My belief, if I sit and look at people around me, right, and I sit and look I'm a Virgo, so I analyze things, okay? But I'm learning not to analyze as much. I'm terrible for it. And I sit and look at it all, and I'm like, right, are these people together because they truly love each other? Or are these people together because there's something they need from it? And then no judgment here, okay? There's none whatsoever. And then I look at that situation, and then I look at my own situation and go, right, I've been in all these relationships, and I've had many failed relationships, okay? But each one of them has been a blessing and a lesson, okay? So I've looked at all the relationships, and I realized within myself that I was in these relationships because there was something I needed from them, or there was something that I felt that they were my knight in shining armor and they were going to save me.
But then, sorry, that's, yes, that's my dogs.
That's okay.
But the thing is, everyone's a knight in shining armour, don't we? But your knight in shining armour is actually inside you.
Exactly. There's no one that's actually going to save you. Okay, this is my belief. You can only save yourself.
And I agree with that. And okay, the relationships that I have had, they've been long relationships. And yes, and I've learned something for each one, and I can look back now and I can laugh at them as well. Oh, you still get somebody coming up about something in your relationship that you had, and they mention that name, and you go, why is this being brought up? Well, I sit and I'll listen and I'll think, what? And I always feel as if they're talking about something else. It's like I'm not part of it anymore. And when you've got that feeling, you've done that work. You're like looking and you can looking for the outside in.
Yeah, you see it from another perspective. Yeah.
And you feel like telling them, well, just shut up, Karen. There's nothing here now, Karen.
No, there's nothing. And it's like once you come to realization that you save yourself, there's no one that's going to save you but yourself. The change, like, it's like electric. It's phenomenal, okay? Like, and then you realize, like, your thoughts, your opinions with regards to love and attracting that partner, attracting that soulmate, attracting that twin flame. You then begin to realize that you're not with a person because you need them. You're with a person because you chose to be with them. And it's honoring that person. It's being with that person. It's you compliment them, they compliment you. It's like, and then you do certain things. And it's like, I can't explain this feeling in me. It's like this world full of excitement. Each day I wake up.
You've been reborn.
Yeah, I feel like I've been reborn. Each day I wake up.
That's what you're feeling.
I feel like, oh, what's going to happen today? What's coming my way today? And I'm happy. I do my grounding, my protecting, my shielding. I connect in with my higher self each day now. I write a little message to myself in my journal. I keep my dream journals, and it's great because your dreams are amazing, by the way. They, like, your spirit guides and your higher self, they give you messages in your dreams. So I truly and highly recommend that you start like keeping a dream journal. Now, I should have been doing this many years ago because dreams have always been.
But the thing is, Terry, it's all right saying I should have been doing this and I should have been doing that.
But I'm doing it now.
Time for it.
No, but I'm doing it now, and that's the main thing, right?
Exactly.
I'm doing it now, and it's fan bloody tastic. And I sit and I dance, and I'm painting, and I'm learning new things, and I'm just like, I can't explain it. It's just like I just want to explode, and I don't listen to the external. I focus on my internal. I focus on what is going to change my life and change everyone around me, because I need to fill my cup first before I can help other people's cups. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because if you think about it, if your cup is empty, okay, how are you going to be able to help those around you?
You can't.
No, you're going to end up depleting your cup. Your cup's going to be completely empty. You're running on dry. You're stressed. You're depressed. You're not sleeping at night. You're anxious. Everything's a freaking challenge. And then once your cup fills, you look at things differently. You see things differently. You adapt to things differently. You honor situations. Like, I'm going through a situation at the moment, and it's a difficult situation. And when I feel that anxiety or that fear, it's like, no, not today. I breathe through it. I sit and look at it. I look at the best way how I can adapt for me and for the others involved. And it's like, okay, and then I just allow it to be.
That's right. The thing is, and it's all done with what we said, we were talking about in this little gang we love. And it all does start right at the beginning of it. We're talking about loving thyself.
Loving myself. And then, like, if you get involved in a situation and somebody's really angry at you, okay? Now, I'm Virgo sun, Taurus rising, okay, and Aries moon. Now, Aries moon, the moon side of your star sign, is basically your emotional side of your body, okay? So Aries moon is a fire sign, so I'm quite fiery, okay? And when I get angered, like, oh boy, watch out, leave the room because I'm going to eat you alive type of anger, okay? But since I've worked on this, and I love, okay, instead of retaliating and mirroring that person back, i.e. they throw me anger, so I throw them anger. Okay?
That's right. And it just gets back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth. Now, I was in a situation where I was doing that about a month ago, okay? It was like attack, and it was attack, okay? And I was like, nah, this isn't working for me. Bugger this, right? So I've started just putting love out there, and love diminishes that, okay? So when you start feeling, you start coming from your heart center, you start feeling that love, regardless of who hurt you, how they hurt you, because remember, hurt people always hurt people. So when you start realizing that they're doing it because they're hurt, now some people can do some really nasty things, okay? We know this, it's part of the world, and it's actually going on underneath our noses at the moment, okay? When you look at them as a whole and you start seeing them as a one soul, and you start understanding why that's occurring, okay, then you can start forgiving, and you can start allowing that love to flow from you, and it diminishes. It no longer begins to affect you.
I know. And the thing is, and it's learning it, but it takes a lot of learning. It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And this is what we've got to let everybody who's watching that, because you have changed things. Because a year ago, with everything that happened a year ago to you with the bunnies and all the rest of it, right? What you went through to get to where you are now, you've had to do a lot of work.
Oh, a lot of work.
It's not you got to do this work the day and you're waking up the morning, it's all a bowl of roses. Hey, working like that.
No, it takes time. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of willpower.
And you will get your days take a step back.
Yeah, take a step. And do you know what? See the days. when I was going through all this, right, they're called purges. They're called dark nights of the soul in the spiritual community.
Right.
Okay. And it's like you go through a life review.
Oh,
Okay?
aye.
You go through a
Correct,
life
Swan.
review. Okay. Now there's a trick here. Okay, and it's called it's like a rebirth of the situation. I can't remember the actual phrase for it. So you take yourself back to that situation, no matter how traumatic it is, when you're ready, okay? And you visualize it in your mind, okay? And what you do is you change the outcome. And you change it to an outcome of love, forgiveness. Not necessarily forgiveness for them, but forgiveness for yourself and how you reacted at that time. Okay? And then once you can forgive yourself, that trauma disappears.
Oh, aye. It's like,
And
it's amazing when you can do that.
mm-hmm.
And everybody can. That's the thing.
No, now listen. I always say there's no can't. There's
I know, but
never
then,
any
you
can't.
see, people's got to be able to see that, because a lot of people can if they're so, how am I going to put this? If some people are so, well, in a black hole, right? Wes is talking to me. Sorry.
Okay.
Who is Folk, that's my guide. And as he says, if people are in a deep hole,
It's hard to get out of it.
and some people can't do what you're talking about. So it takes even longer until a situation turns out around.
Mm-hmm.
And that could take a long time.
Yes, right. So we're talking about situations, what you've just said, okay? Mm-hmm. Sometimes the tower has to come down for you to go
First. Oh,
okay?
it's got to come down. But then it's if you're wanting it to come down.
But we know how the universe works, though.
I know. But some people are so terrified because they only ken that situation that they're scared to come out of that hole. Or they're scared to come down for the tower. And it doesn't matter if the universe can crack it, but they can put it back up or go deeper into it as quick as it's in.
Right.
See where I'm going? And this is what was telling me to tell you.
No,
no.
So, I see, right. I see where you're going, but this also is one thing, right? And this is also something I've also learned as well, okay? So, dark hole, you're in your dark hole. Okay, so you're in your dark hole. You can't get out. You're quite happy in your dark hole. You're quite happy living a life of lack, mentality, etc. That's absolutely fine, because at the end of the day, they chose and they're happy with that, and I honor that. Okay, but if you're a person that is in a dark hole and you keep begging for things to change, or you keep wanting things to change, but you're not doing anything about it,
there you go.
there's a difference, okay? So I've always said, now I've said this to quite a few people recently, okay? I've said, right, you want things to change, yes. You want happiness in your life, yes. You want love in your life, yes. Okay, right, face your demons.
Oh, you've got to face them.
What do you mean face your demons? I was like, look at where you've gone wrong in your life, where you could have been better, and own your shit. What do you mean own my shit? Well, if there's been a time where you know you've been in the wrong and you've hurt someone, okay, and I put my hand up.
I put my hand up to that as well.
Okay. You face that and you own that and you forgive yourself for that. Do you want to know why? Because at that current moment in time, you were doing the best that you could at that time. Okay? You were doing the best. That's the only way you could see and understand the situation, whether you retaliated, you attacked someone, you hit someone. At that current moment in time, you did the best that you can. So you forgive yourself for that, because we're human. We all experience this. We all our defense walls goes up. We put walls up around us. Like, I know somebody, and walls are just like so high at the moment. And it's like, okay, that's fine. I respect that. And, you know, I'm not going to push that, because at the end of the day, it's their choice to bring those walls down.
It's their choice.
Yeah.
And I think, and a lot of them is so, can they want to do it? They want to come out of it. They can, they've got to come out of it, but it's a fear factor. And the fear can trap you more than anything else, really. Because it's a fear, because you have to deal with it.
Yeah. But then I also say, right, and I've said this like to my mum the other day. Now, my mum, she's lovely. She's one of the kindest souls on this earth, okay? And she was like, oh, sometimes fear can get the better of us all, okay? Like, we still have days where we have fear, but you know what? It's sitting with that emotion, is recognizing that emotion, it's honoring that emotion. It's not allowing that emotion to control us.
Take over.
Take over, okay? So you honor it, you feel it, you allow it, and then you sit and ask yourself, why?
Oh, why?
And then you ask yourself, why? So when you get your answer, you ask yourself, why? Then you ask yourself, like, remember, kids do it all the time. When they're little. Why?
And it drives you nuts.
It drives you nuts. But it's the best thing that you can do.
See, and that's because children are so innocent.
Yeah, they're innocent. And that's it. Start. Right, I'm getting so excited. Like, start.
I can see that.
Start honouring your inner child.
Oh, why?
Let
it do the play. Let it do the play.
Let your inner child question why.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why? Become that innocent child. Become that 5-year-old. My 5-year-old, she was a tomboy. She loved mucking about in the mud. She played with cars. I threw my car against my mum's window because she didn't give me a jam sandwich when I requested. So I got angry, the fiery side, and I threw that car and I broke her window. But let that inner child out. Let her out. Let him out. Let him play. Question why. If you know what I mean, like, we always make excuses for things. So, oh, there's not enough time in the day. And I still do that.
That's one of your big things.
Yes. I don't have enough time in the day. I want to do more of my painting, but I don't have enough time. So last week I sat and went, why? Then I sat and reviewed, right, where am I putting all my time? Where's all my time going? Then I realised that I had so many distractions that ate up my time. I was like, well, what am I going to do about that? And I was like, right, I'm going to change that. So what did I do? I changed it. I adapted to it, and I'm freeing up more time. It's still a work in progress.
Oh, it takes a while to do that.
Still a work in progress. So that happened overnight. But it frees you more to be able to do the things that you love doing. So many people are like, oh, I work 9 to 5. I don't have time for that. Why?
It is actually questioning it. Because, and the thing is, the 2020, and now we're into 2021, and we're still in this situation that we're in lockdown, and people are finding that they're asking them questions now. Okay? Why did I not have time to do this before? Why did I not? Okay, I've got more time now. Okay, I'm not working. I'm working from home. I changed my situation. You know? It's adapting as well to the situation that's around you. But you're right, question. If you think about it, this time last year, okay, we weren't in the lockdown, but what happened? The kid foot was coming. Okay? You need to be a psychic to see what the hell was coming. So this was coming, and some people did kind of think, oh well, we've got to get in, buy all the toilet rolls, we've got to get in and fill the house up, what's the panic? But people went into blind panic because they didn't know what was going to happen, right? Then we came down the line. Me, I changed that. I moved to the shanty. And I wrote that book. I wrote a book last year. Now, I always said I'd never do something like that. Again, never say never. You're just thinking, when is going to happen? And I did. And it's technically what you were saying, because I went back, well, for the day I was born. And I had to go through, because my guides made me go through my life review before I even wrote it. And I had to go through all the emotions, seeing what happened, seeing how things affected me. And even now I'm still sorting out through that book. Things have been coming up because of that book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Oh, yeah. Like, when you just start doing this work, you will notice, tests will be thrown your way. And I'm going through huge tests at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I am closing so many doors on connections at the moment. It's nuts, okay? Now,
That's what you're meant to do, though. Okay?
Yeah. And you know what? I'm honouring those connections. I'm allowing those connections. I'm feeling those connections. And I'm like, nah, it's not going to serve me. And I close the door.
That's right. And the thing, and that can be not just in situations, that can be people.
Yeah.
Taking that step back and thinking, I didn't need you in my life anymore.
Yes.
And then you gang, okay, love and light. I send you love, but I'm not needing you in my life anymore. You've your own vision to go, your own way to go. You've your own life to lead. We'll meet again someday, maybe.
That's if I open the bloody door.
Exactly. But
when
and this is where a test comes in. You see, you sometimes think you've done that. I've said to you, next thing. While you're doing the line, you run into that person and you go, oh. But then you've got to say, is this a test? Because normally that's a test on how you're going to react to that person because you think you've closed the door on them, right? And I think that's the funniest thing. Okay? But normally if that's going to happen to me, I usually get a kind of ping come up first. Because the name of that person, or I'll get a thought, I'll meet them. Okay, fine, thank you. I'll deal with it when it happens. And that's all you can do. Right? But I'm a great believer in it doesn't matter what I'm doing, give love and light.
Yes, give love and light. When I close the door, like for me just now, I'm closing doors. I'm locking that key and I'm throwing that key in the ocean for that door never to be opened again. Because my belief is that once that door is closed, that person no longer serves you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So, and in order for me to move on, I have to accept and allow that and just move on.
Yeah, yes, I know. But sometimes it's like a wee test to see that you have done it right. Because sometimes we think we've done something. Sometimes we think, and I've seen this in many of my travels, we think we have locked that door, thrown it away, got rid of that thing, and blah, blah, blah. A year or so down the line, what happens? It comes back into your life like on fire here. So, something you didn't deal with. You see?
Who opened that fucking door?
Who let the dog out?
Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof.
So it's how you react, because it's easy to say I've dealt with it. You sometimes think you've dealt with something. And it doesn't matter how many times you've locked that down and tied it down or whatever. Whatever. You can. If the universe decides to see how well you are doing, they will test you. And it's always comes back.
They test you. They test you. Oh, they test you.
So you've always got to be ready for that. And sometimes you think, oh, that's just no fair. And you want to stab your wee feet, you see. But then you go, okay, bring it on, let's deal with it and let's move on again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Again, like as I said, I don't like change, and you can me, I don't like working with technology.
No, she's the worst.
But I'm going to do it this year.
Yes!
I am going to do it.
Good.
I've made up my mind.
Good.
That technology ain't going to beat me.
No. Set the advice we give you guys that are watching this, right? Set yourself a goal for this year. It doesn't matter how high. Okay? Just set yourself a goal. Even if it's something you change in your daily life each day. Set that goal. Like making your bed in the morning. Set that goal. Each morning, I'm going to make my bed. Each morning, I'm going to set an hour aside to read my favourite book, which, by the way, I started doing again. Like, I do not watch TV now. Like, I literally do not watch TV. And I have started reading again. And I miss reading because when I read, I get completely lost in that world. Same with like watching movies and everything. I used to get completely like lost watching them. But now I'm finding that passion and that love in books again. And it's books about learning. And it's just like.
Well, the thing is, this is your time to do that, you see?
Oh, absolutely. And it's. Once you start like setting yourself challenges and setting yourself goals, and sometimes, listen, you're not going to have the time to do that, and that's okay.
Aye, exactly.
Don't beat yourself up.
We all have days that things kind of change. Something happens and kind of, oh, well, I've not got time for that. And I'm very good at my diary. I'll write things I want to do for the day or what. And if it isn't going to happen, well, I was tomorrow. I don't get myself panicking about it.
No,
tomorrow.
Yeah, there's always the next day. There's always the next day.
Yeah.
There's
but
always.
The thing is, so my challenge is to really tackle technology.
Right. So set yourself.
But I don't know what I'm doing like.
My advice, okay, my opinion. You take what resonates with you, Ma. Is set yourself a challenge each day in learning how to adapt to technology.
I'm trying. I've been doing that.
Okay, good. So even if it's 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've been trying. Some days I think I can't be bothered with this. But if I get that feeling, I walk away from it because I'm thinking I'm not going to learn nothing. I'm not going to get it.
That's another thing we can talk about because, like, okay, so my belief is we're multi-dimensional beings. Okay, there's a version of us in each dimension, right?
That's right.
Okay. We work from our light and our night. Okay, so our left side is always our light side, and that's where the love comes from. Okay, but your night side is always your spite side. So that's where the dark, negative, toxic thoughts come in from, right? So there's some days that I'm like, oh, I'm too tired, I can't do this when I'm away to do my kettlebells. Now, yesterday was prime example. I was exhausted yesterday. And I could have just sat down on the couch and just binge watched TV. Now, what I did was I felt it and I was like, I can't be bothered doing this. And then I seen myself being distracted, procrastinating it because I was like, I don't want to do this, right? So then I was like, I stopped and I went, right, night side, because that's my night side coming in saying, don't do this today, Kerry. You need the rest. You need the relaxation. You need chocolate. You need to sit and binge watch TV. And I went, no! Right, so I actually sat down and I sat there. People that know me know that I'm perfectly normal and I'm mentally sane, right? People that don't know me maybe would question this, okay? So I sat on the couch and I went, no, I am doing this. I'm not listening to you anymore. Listen, I've listened to you all my bloody life. I am not listening to this narrative anymore, right? You're not telling me what I can or can't do. I'm telling you, I'm getting off this couch. I'm doing this bloody kettlebells and I will get to my goal, right? So what I did was I hopped off that couch, exhausted. I stuck on that TV. I got my kettlebell workout done and I felt amazing after it. And it was basically a to my night side because I did it.
It is. It's doing that, and that's what I'm very stuck in certain ways. So it's changing. Yeah, but it's a new year, it's a new time. We've got plenty of time on our hands just now because we can't go anywhere. So it's time to do things. You know.
Yes. So come on, guys. Right. All the Doric Sellar of Light viewers. Our goal to you this year is to become the best version of you. Start honouring you. Start loving you. Start doing things for you.
Do the things that you really want to do. Nothing Abby thinks you should be doing.
No. Yes, because we always feel that we have to act a certain way, be a certain way to fit in society. Listen, if you're a black sheep, right? I'm a black sheep. If you're a black sheep, you honour that black sheep. You be that black sheep.
Yeah, it is. It's being true to yourself. And you can't. It doesn't matter what you do. Again, if everybody's got an image you should be like, and if you're not comfy with that, some people are comfy doing that. That's their choice. But if you're not comfy, well, you're not honouring yourself, and you just can make yourself miserable. And you know, and that's me. I just get on with it. And take a day at a time, honour myself, have a laugh. When I'm all dressed up in my lollipop uniform, I just get into another person altogether, and I just go weird. But weird what? Yeah, you'll have to come and watch me. I dance about like a mad thing.
Yes.
In the middle of the road, Ken.
Oh yes.
I didn't bother.
No, like the other night, I couldn't sleep the other night. Okay, because of energies, etc., coming in. Right, I couldn't sleep. So what I did was 2:30 in the morning. I stuck my little headband on. I went out in that back garden and it was beautiful. The stars were out in the sky and they were twinkling down on earth. And I looked up at the skies and I was listening to Lindsay Sterling. She is amazing. Like, she ignites my soul beyond recognition. I just love her. And I was listening to her music and I just let my body go and I was dancing under the stars.
Oh, lovely.
Back garden in my own little world, and it was the best. Like, no feeling could, bar the birth of my children, could ever compare to that feeling. None, no matter what.
And I think we've all got to do something. It's what take us out of our comfort zone.
Exactly. So get out there, dance, do just. Start loving you.
And the thing is, people feels it, and you're passing it on. You're passing that love on. Even when you were in the garden yourself, you're still passing that love on to all your neighbours not sleeping. Ken, do you get what I mean? So and that's what I do. I wave to everybody, and I chat a while, Ken. And I always say, if that one person that you wave to, or you say hello to, Ken, good morning or whatever. You can't say that maybe be the only wave or the only good morning that they're going to ever get that day. You just passed on the love. Still come back to this love thing. You know? So I think with that, Kerry, I think it's time that we maybe passed on the love to all our viewers.
Yes.
And wish them a very good 2021. I care it's February, folks.
I know.
But we will be back. We will return very soon.
Yes. Yes, we will return very soon.
And I'll give you an update on my technology.
Yes, that's her challenge. So by the end of this year, she will be a technical buff coming to fix all your technical needs. You set yourself a challenge now. Gladys Sellar, psychic medium and IT guru.
I don't think the IT guru.
Hey,
listen, if
you're your own guru.
My challenge is, okay, I only work off an iPad. I'd like a laptop, but I need to kind of care what I'm doing with that. Could you imagine me with a laptop?
Well, there you go. That's your challenge. Get
that's
yourself
my
a laptop.
I'm going to get. Universe hears me, and if I have to get a laptop, I will receive a laptop, and then let's see what happens. You know,
I look forward to this. I will have you editing your own videos before long.
Oh dear, you're jumping on a bit, but never mind. Anyway, everybody, listen, it's been lovely speaking to you, and we do wish you a very safe and warm and loving time. Okay? So until the next time, for myself and for the
Oh,
gorgeous. Eh?
Wait, you
What?
forgot something. Gladys, I love you. I love you. Viewers, I love you. And I send you all my love. Get in your mirror, bulk naked, and kiss yourself. If
Yeah.
you're on your own, just love you. Just love you.
Yes, love you. And that's for the two of us. You know, because we love you. Popping in
Yeah.
and listening to us yabble on. Eh? And I love Kerry.
And I love you.
So, on that note, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.